All right, guys. So as you saw already, I got the bed switched out of the Suburban and into the truck, which it was never fastened down in the Suburban. So you just literally slide it out, put it in here. Now, in here, I did fasten it down. I don't know that I needed to, by no means. If you can see that, probably not. I just got these little cheap, like L brackets. I put them up in the corners there. That was loud. Screwed those down. I used the same self-tapping screws that I used to screw the floor down. That way I go through the wood, into the metal. It's not going to budge. This is like the most simple bed box that you could build. I've seen people on YouTube build these and way overcomplicate them. The top, you can tell, is literally just plywood. And it's not broke, cracked, given any. Got supports running back there. 4x4s in the corners. Kind of put like some trim around the outside just to make it look a little better. Painted it black, that's it. This is all scrap wood I had laying around. I had nothing in this. I even had the hinges. I just need to figure out a way to prop it up and keep it up. Like maybe put like a bracket on there with a stick that swings out and just kind of props it up. You know what I mean? The lip back there was kind of catching. So that's as high as it'll go, but plenty of room to get in and out. Everything I'm gonna put under there is stuff that doesn't need to come out much anyways, so good on that. I glued this down already. If you caught last video, I was talking about doing that. Yeah, so technically right now I can throw the mattress in, clothes, snack, a blanket, a couple sodas, good to go. Yeah, weather's looking pretty nice this week, so pretty excited to go try it out. Shouldn't be very cold. Buddy of mine, Dave, let me use his shop to work in today. It's not raining or anything, but yeah, so shout out to Dave. Thanks for that. Just wanted to kind of get out of the weather, do a little sealing up around the camper top because there's nothing between the bed rail and the camper top itself, and I've already seen a little bit of rain running under there. So what I got was, if I can find it here somewhere. Hang on. All right, found it. It's a roll of this whole Astro foam sealer. 3.5 inch wide, 50 foot long, should be plenty. Nice and flexible. It says it reduces airflow between foundations, sill plates, windows, seals gaps in windows, doors. Yeah, excellent water and vapor barrier. So it should do it. Plus 50 feet. For 8-foot bed size, it's like 16 feet total. I can double it if I need to. So I just need to get all the clamps loose, put a bead of this down. Yeah, should seal it up pretty good. Ordered new shocks for this because they were wore out, and I got to do the old vice grip trick. Those should actually be here today, so those might be in. Eventually I'm ditching these because I'm just going to bang my elbows off of them. I'm just going to drill a nice little hole, a little nut, bolt, washer, clamp that down, be good to go. Brought some cleaning supplies because this was sitting outside when I bought it, so they're a little dirty in here, but yeah, let's come along. I would say my next goal is going to be to get the mattress in there, pillows, blankets, start setting it up, put all my essentials in there, and then I definitely want to figure out some curtains because light is just going to blast through here. They're tinted, you can tell, but just slightly. So yeah, anyways, back at it because we got some camping to do. So I've never seen this, but the window in this camper top is removable. You can just kind of pop that right out, which is kind of cool because if it's really hot out, I can just put something over this tarp, maybe, I don't know, something, and get some airflow. Shouldn't get any moisture in here. A little cleaning in here, but this is really stained. This thing sat outside for who knows how long. So that stuff really isn't coming off. So this may just get repainted in here. So now I need to lift this up, get my foam put between there to help seal it up a little bit. And you can see where it's like scratches in here. I'm gonna go through and kind of touch up some of the blacks to make that look a little better. And call it good enough. See right there is our foam. I did a double layer. Trying to help keep all the air and moisture out. Touched up a little paint. Across that fender well, that shiny weird stuff there's that tape you can still see, but I'll trim that off later. Yeah. Beds in. I'm gonna redo this top. I think it comes out a little wider. I'm trying to make it skinny for the Suburban because they don't have as much room, but I could definitely go wider on that. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad of a transformation so far. Went from a ratty old work truck bed, beat up and scratched up, and random chunks of paint and grease and dirt, and now it's a truck camper. So the only thing left to do now is to go try it out, I think. So stock it up and then go try it out. All right, got a spot. This is not at all what I was expecting. A winter wonderland. At home, there was nothing. No snow. There was like a slight chance of precipitation today. I think like 30%. Like I had a fair amount of snow coming up. I mean, there's not like a ton. Well, however long that finger is, it's about how much. Oh, a couple good inches. Got a nice little cooking grate. That's going to be pretty handy for letting soup simmer. I brought mine, but I think that'll work just fine. Yeah, I like it. This is my kind of winter camping. I was afraid it was just going to be kind of wet and muddy, but I'll take it. So, maybe a little tricky to get a fire going, but I'm going to get on that. We're going to need that. It's going to be chilly later. All right, fire time. Got one of these homemade fire starters I make. I haven't used one in a while, but we'll see how this does. Cardboard just does not seem to burn like it used to. I don't think it's going to burn great on snow. Did round up a few snow covered sticks though. That'll take forever to start. So this is going to be my sausage of choice. I don't think the hot's all that hot, but this is tasty. I know what you're thinking. Why would you use the links and then have to cut them up? This could just be in my head. I don't know. I think it tastes better because I've made this recipe with ground sausage, and I just don't think it's as good. I don't know. Might be nonsense, but yeah. Gotta get this on, get it cooking. That's the most time-consuming prep part, is just letting this cook down, because I always let this cook down for a while, cut it in smaller pieces, throw it in the soup, let it simmer. So get this going. Those are about done. Now chop them up. All right, so I cut them like that. Cut the little pieces in half. I don't want it to be too small. Well, I'm just throw it around the ground like I do every time. Call that good enough. Good enough for the sausage. Now I just gotta cut up an onion. Now what we gotta do is let our onions caramelize a little bit. I don't like them really dark, but from here on out it's basically a one pot dish. So if you had like a bigger pot that you cook all the sausage in at the same time, you could do one pot for sure, but I had the skill in the pot, so I just used both. All right, pretty sufficient color in there, so and you know I'm not cooking without some garlic. That's probably good. Okay, so for peppers, I'm going with this. These are Alvario hot peppers and sauce Alvaro. I don't know, it's basically just like tomatoes and peppers, you know, like pepper sauce, like you'd find on like Giovanni's. Some people put them on like steak hoagies. These are actually made here in West Virginia. They got like a sweet, a hot, like a red hot, a mild, I think. They got like banana peppers, pizza sauce, all that stuff. So these are really good. And get to support local. That's a 1 pound jar. So this makes a pretty fair amount. But it's time to throw this in, warm that up a little, throw the meat in, and then let it simmer. That whole jar. All right, we're getting a little heat on that now. So now what I do is what I go with is beef broth, and I don't know why. I don't remember why I use beef broth when it's like pork, like sausage. Probably just what I had. I don't know, but it's what I use, and it tastes really good. So I just keep using it. So that's what, 32 ounce? Yeah, 32 ounce. So I go about half or so of that. Kind of give it like a soupier texture. And then I just throw in some tomato juice. That's really all there is to it, besides any other seasonings you want to put in there. I'm probably going to go with some spicy Danos and the garlic and call it good. I've had oregano in it, basil. That's all really good in there. But yeah, it's just whatever you want to do. It's kind of like an Italian, you know, kind of feel for a recipe. So just some like Italian seasoning shaken in there is pretty good too. All right. Let that go for a minute. The only thing left to do is add the meat. It's like foggy almost. I don't know. It's like snowing, but super lightly. Anyways, we're gonna go for a little walk, kind of check out the place. We're the only ones here, which I figured. And get a new beer review. Well, it's not that new. Apparently, it's been in other states for a while. But if you watched here, I don't know, a few weeks back, I had the white one, because there's like a few of these, the Beast, and like where this is green, it was white, I guess. It tasted a lot like the, I think it's a sugar-free Monster. If you ever had that, like the real white can, kind of tastes like that. So I'm guessing maybe this tastes like the green. It says Mean Green right on it. 6% alcohol. I don't know how big of a can this is. I think it's 12 ounce. I don't know. It's kind of weird and skinny, but just had a like random crow fly over. It's like the only noise I've heard besides one car passing by a few minutes ago down the road. But it is crazy quiet out here. Nope, just kidding. There's that car going back down. But anyways, other than that car, I mean, there's no wind. There was no animals until the bird. This is super peaceful. Peaceful slash creepy. Kind of like scary movie-ish. Wow. About to drop the camera. Yep. Yeah, that just kind of tastes like the regular green Monster. Just like the other one, like it doesn't taste like there's alcohol in it. Like that tastes a little bit different than the green Monster, but not a lot. It's actually smoother than that, I think. I don't know. If you emptied out a Monster, a green, regular old Monster energy drink, dump that in it, I may not know the difference. I didn't mind those. I got a little kick up in there for a while. So, not too bad. I'd get that again, if you like the green Monster. I like this better than the white one I tried, and I think there's one or two more. I think there's a peach one maybe, I don't know. But look for that on future videos. I'm not trying another one today. I think this one will do me just fine. Yeah, that's not bad. I could have another one of those. But yeah, that's if you like the green Monster. I'd give it like a 6-8. Not too bad at all. I would definitely probably have, because I got like a mixed box, I think there was like 2 or 3. I'll definitely have the rest of those. So I'm just gonna walk around, look at the stone, sip on that, and I added the sausage. Forgot to put that in the video, but sausage is in there. It's simmering away. It's gonna be pretty tasty. So, yeah. stay tuned for dinner. All right, we've been simmering for quite a minute now. I think that is going to be good enough. A little thicker than I usually have it, but still gonna be tasty. All right, soup is done. Now we gotta throw a little cheese in there. I would normally go like pepper jack, which is really good in this, but I just kind of thought Colby Jack. I got most of that in the bowl. Close this up before I kick it over and spill all the cheese out. I would sit on the picnic table. Pretty covered in snow. I don't want a wet behind. I'm not doing it. That is hot on my hand. Wowzer. This is going to hit the spot today. Nice cold day for a nice hot soup. That cheese melting just a touch. Nice and cheesy. A nice big chunk of pepper in there. I don't know. I don't know how it's so good just for no more than's in it. I'm sure there's a million different ways to cook it. Well, I don't know about a million, but there's probably a few different ways to cook it. I didn't look up a recipe the first time I did this. I just kind of threw all this in a pot and tried it. And it worked. So good. I don't know. I love it. Another thing you can do with this is put it over rice. Also pretty good. That sausage in there. Nice and garlicky. Those caramelized onions, they make a difference. The only thing I think about the sausage that makes a difference is I always cook it first and get a little color on it. And I think that helps with the flavor. Like with the ground sausage, it's like it gets too burnt, like you don't get that good, you know what I mean, flavor. I don't know. Could be all in my head, not sure. But anyway, that is hitting the spot today. It's not crazy cold out. The thermometer in my Suburban, like up on the mirror, was usually pretty close, but like a couple off. The thermometer in the truck here is dead on so far. And I just checked a minute ago and it said 33, so it's not like crazy cold out, but cold enough. Oh, hot sauce. It's not a new one. Melinda Scorpion. I've had it on the channel, but it's been forever. Trinidad Moruga, it's like all five little flames. I don't remember it being all that crazy hot. I don't know. I'm about to find out because it's been so long since I've had it. I really don't remember anything about it. Oh, it's got like the little stopper I don't like. I remember that flavor. It's got a kick to it. A little dash of that. It's chunky. We're going to definitely taste like the chunks. Feel the chunks, whatever you want to call it. I'd rather not say feel chunks again. Anyway, it's chunky. I can feel it. I've liked the pepper in there. That's a good flavor though. See how it tastes in here. That's the ticket. Yep. That is perfect for that. With the hot sausage and the hot peppers, like the olive oil peppers, It really doesn't give it much of a kick for me personally. Like, has a good flavor. It needs a little bit of something else. That is money. Got a few bites left. Definitely enough in there for a couple more bowls, which I am so not against. I used about half the sausage. I bought 2 jars of the peppers because I knew I'd do this again. If the pot was bigger, I just made one huge pot now and take it home. But I'm gonna eat on this, go home, make a whole nother pot of that, and love every minute of it. Definitely one of my favorite soups. All right, anyway, I'm gonna stand here and enjoy the winter wonderland. The rest of my soup. Got another piece of wood on that fire. I need to hop in the back and kind of set up the bed area. My back hatch shocks from my camper top came in. I might throw those on. Yeah, see how we do tonight. Well, just hanging out by the fire. Dinner's done. Dishes are done. Just kind of hanging out. Listening to another thing. Like, if you can see those branches moving now, there's like a tiny little bit of wind finally. That's it. Nothing else. So, I got a few more pieces of wood. I'm going to burn those up. Probably need to hop in the back, kind of set that up a little bit better because everything's just kind of thrown in there. Definitely need a little more organization because the back seat is folded up and it's just packed full of stuff. So I might do that. I don't know. But I am definitely going to hang out by that thing and burn up the rest of my wood. Feels pretty nice. The temperature's dropping. It's not like drastically colder, but a little chillier. A little bit extra wind definitely doesn't help. Well, I guess you can see me a little bit. All right, so that's pretty much the setup. Heater going, propane tank, blankets, all that good stuff. So we're gonna see what it does. I don't know. I feel like it should be fairly warm with that, like, I think it's called like a little buddy or something, whatever. So should be pretty warm. I don't know, let's find out. Yeah, I gotta make a strap for this. Gotta reach way too far for that. I'm gonna let the truck warm up for a few minutes. Pretty cold out. I didn't look at the temperature, but it's definitely no warmer than it was last night. Low 30s, I'd assume. But it is a really nice morning. Still just kind of like the hazy, like foggy. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, slept pretty well. Kind of digging the truck setup so far. Where it doesn't fit exactly right between the cabin bed area of the camper top, there's a gap that runs where the camper top could be forward just another inch or two to fill that gap. And I forgot to fill that gap, so kind of got a cold breeze on my head all night, but that heater running, I did not get cold by no means. Got to put up curtains, you know, obviously it's way too bright in there. I did not get my hatch shocks on, so I need to do that. I'll probably just do that next video. I got my tailgate assist. It's where you like pull your tailgate down and it like slows. I think that'll be kind of nice instead of just slamming it all the time. Probably do that next video. I have a backup camera for it. I don't know if I'll get to that next video or not. You know, not tremendously important, but I do want to get it done. With any new project, there's plenty to do. I'll be tinkering with it for quite some time, but so far I'm digging the progress. The floor is not cold, so happy with how that turned out. What else? I don't know. I just like it so far. I don't know so far that I like it way better than the Suburban, but it was nice being able to sit upright and just put on my boots, get out. That's gonna be the biggest advantage so far. The one nice thing about the Suburban is fire it up, let the heat run with the curtain spread out, like spread open, and preheat the back. Kind of nice. Can't do that now. But anyway, got something a little different this time. Instead of coffee. Okay. So just throw the camera directly onto the snowy ground. Anyway, try this again. It is Liquid Death Grim Leafer iced tea. I didn't know they made tea. I thought all Liquid Death was water. Murder your thirst. I don't know. Just figured it'd be something a little different. I was gonna do hot coffee, which is, you know, what I wanted, and it would be nice today. But I guess a cold tea on a cold morning makes no sense. It's not bad. It tastes kind of like weak. Like it's not very strong on the tea flavor. Not overly sweet though. Pretty big fan of sweet tea. I don't know. Yeah, it's weak. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not amazing. I mean, I'll definitely drink the rest of it. It's plenty good enough. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd get that again or not. I'm a pretty big fan of like half cut tea because I don't do much like sweetness too much anymore. Try not to. It's like I can't do, like, say you go to McDonald's, I can't get a full strength sweet tea. So half cut's more my flavor. So as far as that goes, not overly sweet. Flavor wise, it's okay. Like a McDonald's tea has better flavor than that. I don't know, I'll still give it like a 6. Yeah, I'll stick with a 6. I would say something like a half cut tea from McDonald's for me or something is closer to like a 10. You know what I mean? It's not a 10 ever, but it's closer. Anyways, rambling about tea. Gotta pack up my junk here. Some stuff I left out and it kind of snowed on it, so I'm trying not to get the back of the truck all snowy and wet. But yeah, gotta pack it up, get out of here. It's nothing too crazy. We're only like an hour and 15 minutes from home, so I've done that in the truck. I did that kind of a trip when I went to get the camper top, actually, if any of you caught that. If you didn't and you want to catch that video, kind of the truck intro and camper top deal, that was last week, I'm pretty sure. Check that out. Yeah, one night down, first trip, successful so far. I made it home, but and for any of you that liked the Suburban, don't worry, it's not going anywhere. I'm definitely not getting rid of that anytime soon, but there are some things wrong with it that I want to fix. Little odds and ends. It still runs and drives fine, but like there's some interior pieces I'd like to fix and replace, and a little bit of body work I would like to do, because that thing cleaned up in its prime is nice for me. I mean, that was probably the nicest vehicle I've ever had, or close to it, because when I bought it, 0 rust, almost no dent scratches or anything, and I put a couple in it. So I want to get it back to 100%. That will be my backup rig for sure, because I can just slide the bed out, slide it right back in there, camping again in no time. So yeah, don't worry about that. That's not going anywhere. May see that in future videos. What else? Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the progress so far on the truck. If any of you like it or not, leave me a comment. I like talking to you guys. And yeah, tune back in next week. We'll have a little more progress on the truck, at the very least. Find somewhere to go camp maybe and see how our improvements do. just get better from here. Still running great. Everything's fine with that. Tune in next week. Definitely, thanks for tagging along this time. Glad to always take you guys with me. But yeah, I think that's it for now. So yeah, thanks for watching.